Personnel with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. A standing ovation for the Freedom Convoy truckers during the closing remarks at the National Citizens Inquiry in Ottawa, Ontario. Play the clip.
I just happen to be turned up being one of the public faces of what's going on, but I'm just one cog in thousands of volunteers. So, and I'm very honored to be here. I feel, and I've said this in some openings, I feel indebted to the truckers. I feel that we need to.
Standing ovation for the truckers. Couple comments. The truckers were patriots.
Everyone in the room was
The truckers were patriots, and history will be very clear. It will separate the sheep from the goats. As time moves on, people will see it for what it truly is, and they will see the tyranny that has enveloped Canada. The truckers put their neck on the line. It's time for people to not only acknowledge them, but follow their example. The woke mob strikes again, this time in Calgary. They canceled your fireworks show on Canada Day. They say the fireworks aren't environmentally friendly. Instead, they're going to replace it with a light and sound show. How nice. How nice. Let's all hold hands and watch the lights and the sound. It's good for the environment. Are you going to let them get away with this? Are you? I'm just throwing it out there because I know that the press isn't covering it. I'll ask you again. You going to let them get away with this? We all going to hold hands and watch the lights and the sound? How nice. How nice. Alberta, Canada at its best, people. Play the clip. Maybe the people in Ottawa need to ride a cow into a pond and do a little fishing. Just saying. Maybe it'll clear their head a little bit. This is Trudeau's Canada. This is his policy, MAID, M-A-I-D. Medical assisted suicide is now a solution to poverty in Canada. Play the clip.
Amir Farsood has applied for medically assisted dying, known as MAID. He lives in constant agony due to a back injury, but has started the process for end of life because his rooming house is up for sale and he can't find anywhere else to live that he can afford. He barely survives on Ontario disability support payments, which are just over $1,200 a month. He doesn't want to die, but being homeless is not an option.
I know in my present health condition I wouldn't survive it anyway.
Farsood meets the criteria for MAID, physical suffering due to disability that cannot be relieved. His doctor, who knows Farsood's real reason for MAID is his fear of being homeless, signed off on the application in August. Farsood needs a second to do the same. There's a 90-day waiting period. He believes he could potentially access MAID in about a month.
I don't wish to be dead, even with the pain, even with the meds. I still want to be here.
Couple points. One, this is a disgrace. Number two, any politician in power in Canada that mentions they are for human rights should be laughed at. You are coercing the poor into killing themselves. Period. End of story. You kill babies in the third trimester. Period. End of story. And I got news for you. The door is open and it's going to get wider. That is exactly what secular humanists do. They do not value human life. They do not value human rights. Call it whatever you want. Progressive, whatever. It's all a bunch of, I'm going to use a Joe Biden term, malarkey. That's exactly what it is. Malarkey. And the press fuels the fire spoon feeds the people, and they eat it up. Josh Alexander speaking out against the Conservative Party of Canada. Is it really conservative? Play the clip.
So you're saying behind the scenes, Pierre Poilievre did say that he was supportive of the stand that you're making for young girls to be safe?
Yeah, well, he said that he never necessarily supported myself, but he did say that, yeah, women should have their own private spaces, and that it was wrong that I was arrested. So.
And your point then is that, but you don't see him actually speaking that out loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I have a lot of people talk to me behind closed doors, but this is somebody that claims to be attempting to create the freest Canada ever, and wants to lead the nation. And a leader is supposed to have courage and lead by example, and it's shameful that they're too afraid to say the same thing that a student has said.
Right. And I understand that you went into a meeting and there was a whole bunch of Conservative MPs there. And is this the case? And how were you greeted?
Well, yeah, I've been at a couple different events. It wasn't Conservative MPs wouldn't meet with me, but I was at an event where there were several MPs, and they all support what I'm doing, and they'll applaud while I'm up there. But I'm not shy about what I believe about the Conservative Party. I would support them if they would support basic biology and stood up for what they believed in. And
people, the Uniparty runs Canada. I'll say it again. The Uniparty runs Canada. It's not about conservative. It's not about liberal. It's about establishment versus the people. People have to figure that out. We're bickering, and they want us to bicker. We're missing the real fight. That's point one. Point two, conservatives aren't speaking boldly on many, many issues that affect you because they're owned by special interests. They simply are. Canada does not need another politician. I got news for you. You're going to vote Trudeau out. You're going to get a quote-unquote conservative. He's just going to be Trudeau light. There will be no effective change. It's the same thing in America. The Democrats and the Republicans, they bicker, they bicker, they bicker. When it comes right down to it, they don't do anything. Know why? Because they're both owned by the establishment. Our governments in North America are no longer governments of the people. That's the true fight. We have to take them back. Josh Alexander gets it, and he's 16 years old. God bless him. He's a courageous young man. We need more men like him. Justin Trudeau continues from the bully pulpit, telling Canadians he's for the middle class. He's creating middle-class jobs. Let's look at a reaction to the streets of Canada. Take a look at the clip. All I'm going to say is this. You tell a tree by the fruit it bears. Those guys get it. Do you? The Australian News rips on Justin Trudeau giving a lecture to Giorgia Meloni of Italy. Play the clip.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau thought it was wise to lecture Italy's Giorgia Meloni at the G7 overnight about her country's LGBTQ record.
Canada is concerned about some of the positionings that Italy is taking in terms of the LGBT rights, but I look forward to talking with you about that because we're here at the G7 as an assembly of countries that are promoting the kinds of strong values and democratic principles that the world needs, and I always look forward to those conversations with you.
Let's just zoom in on the Italian PM's face as Trudeau decided to mansplain democracy to her. Yeah, not happy. And this final look really sums up what all of us think of the repugnant, incompetent Trudeau. Can we have that final look from Georgia, because she's not happy at all? We don't have it. We'll bring it to you later.
I love this lady. on the news in Australia. She's got a good sense of humor. I definitely recommend people tuning into her. That's point one. Point two, Justin, you are living in a glass house. You shouldn't be giving advice to anybody, particularly a lady who could kick your ass. Think twice about it, Justin. G7 nonsense. Show this picture. What are these two freaks doing? I'll be honest with you. When I see these meetings of the G7, I often wonder. I think it's a perfect time to round them up. I did a clip earlier. Blow the Planet of the Apes horn. Woo! Get on the horses, get the nets, and round them up. A worldwide rally going on in Ottawa. I have a lot to say about it. Look at the clip. Couple comments. Holding hands, walking in a circle, singing "We Are the World." Do you actually think that this is going to stop the nonsense? What the heck is this? This takes the tire rallies to another level. Stop smoking weed. Stop trying to relive the 60s. And let's get on with some serious resistance. You were given an example with the truckers. You didn't see them holding hands and singing "We Are the World," putting up signs, love, doing good, evil is bad. What is that? What is that? Once again, another Grateful Dead show. What a long, strange trip it's been, Canada. Welcome to Canada. Look at this protest that's going on the street. They're protesting everything that they basically shouldn't be. They should be protesting for their own cause. There's flags all over the place. Play the clip. I think I see the Indian flag, maybe. I see a Ukrainian flag. How about we protest 1 in 4 people can't eat? How about we protest the violence on the streets? How about we protest Justin Trudeau shoving the climate cult down your throat? How about we protest the fact that you kill third trimester babies? How about you protest that you're coercing the poor into committing suicide? Instead, you got 700 different flags going on. Guys, I think if I could put smelling salts under your nose, I would.
Hey Canada, show the country that you stand for freedom with one of these hats from our store. Your purchase supports this channel. Check out the link in the description and order yours now.